Hi, good morning, everybody. I hope you're all blessed and it's all good. I wanted to talk to you today about something that I experienced that it will help you understand more about how the identity um, has taken what a degree of control and has hosted our body and mind. I hope it will help you clarify things and be able to understand more how to be able to master the fact that you're not your identity and disassociate yourself from your feelings and emotions. And this is exactly what happened. I'm just gonna say it word by word. So it was about 5:30 a.m. in the morning. It was still dark, and my ex-partner at the time was having a shower. I was alone in my room. I don't know where my cats were, and suddenly I sit down. I felt really uncomfortable, and I just coughed, and this light came out, and I thought, what's that? Yeah, I have no idea. Something had come out of my body, and no idea what it was. And at that set time that whatever came out of my body came out of my body, um, seemed to take a force of its own. I was sitting down on the bed, and suddenly I felt my hair was being pulled and plaited and pulled up, and again physically I was sitting down, but my spirit was being pulled back, and I was quite frightened at this time, and then I heard um, a voice outside me, and I've never really heard any voice before outside myself except telepathically, so that was a new experience for me. And the voice began to speak in English, and it was about fearful. I felt that energy of fear, not just coming from me, but from whatever it is that was talking. And I completely blanked it out, and I asked the source again for help, to just blank whatever that what is, and to to help me out to understand what was happening. And then that voice started speaking in Spanish, and I thought, well, still not gonna listen to you, and then in Italian, and then I think it was Latin. I think the little Latin I studied in college pretty much sounded like Latin, and then it stopped. It stopped, and everything just went back to normal. My spine came out from the shower. I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. I was still kind of like recovering from the shock and from what happened. And it took me so many years later to comprehend exactly what happened at that moment, and how the identity really works. And that thing that came out from me, obviously, remember that this reality that we see as physical is an illusion. So whatever came out that looked like a light, it symbolized something. It was a metaphor of something. And just prior to what happened, I was after I had some major surgeries. I was in hospital for a year, and that left me with really messed up intestines because they had been cut, and had so many surgeries. So it didn't heal properly, and I had inflammations and bleeding. It was really, really hard to know what to eat. It was a very difficult period I was going through, because everything was very tender after the surgeries. And so I was asking, obviously, the source for help. And I had another outburst, and I got inflamed. I didn't want to take antibiotics. Again, I was thinking, oh, I need to do this on my own. And but it was so painful, and it wasn't getting better. And at that time, it wasn't as strong as later on in life. But I was still taking antibiotics, and then I had to. you know. I took it for 2 days, and I sat reluctantly, and then I had this experience. And the thing that after I coughed, whatever it is that I coughed, I never had any problems with my intestines again. That pain that I was experiencing, that inflammation, that agonizing torture, it was gone. So that thing that I coughed, it represented the instructions that they were generating that damage. That's how it was revealed to me. And the reason what I experienced somebody obviously instigating fear is because the instructions wanted to get back, isn't it? Obviously, suddenly somebody pulling you from the head and talking languages outside your head. That is scary. So that fear energy portrayed itself as that. Yeah. And it's still an illusion, but that's how I was shown that yes, we do create the resistance, but the identity is things that is kind of real, and I think it's in control, and it's a force that we all know that sometimes it's a force to be reckoned with, and the only reason why that voice stopped and I wasn't able to get back into my body is because I chose not to fear. I chose to contact the source and ignore what it says, and I thought, oh God, yeah, for a while I was petrified, but then I thought this is just whatever. The source is protecting me, always has, and nothing's going to happen. And that's what it was gone. It couldn't fit anymore. So I stopped taking antibiotics. I know you said that you need to finish the course, but something told me to stop, and then everything got resolved. And the thing is that at that moment it didn't click that was it. It was later on in life that I realized that that it was that instructions. So I thought it was important to explain this, so you have a better understanding of how identity actually works, and the reason why it can appear sometimes that it goes against us, and that it is quite hard, that we keep getting pulled back and oscillating, and it seems to be getting harder, isn't it? So some people, when I start treating them with the remote records, they come to me and say, oh, this happened and this happened, and of course it's going to happen. The moment you start treating and changing the codes, they're going to come with a vengeance, and it's about being happy because it's working. Otherwise they couldn't, and they need to be faced, and you need to let them go and not feed them. Remember that they will only be able to stay there if you feed them and you fear whatever it is that they're deceiving you with. Yeah, with me at that time, they were deceiving me of that they were, getting me, and it was like a scary movie, and it really is so important to master every single fear, so they're not able to get in. So I cannot emphasize enough. If you haven't watched the video about fear, watch it, and continue to watch what's coming. The next video I'm going to make about enlightenment is actually quite interesting, because it is the first time I was granted to be in the presence of the source. I didn't see the source, I just felt the presence. So I'll explain to you how that happened. That was the most amazing day in my life, I believe, but also the most frustrating because of the situation that I will tell you about. So anyway, I hope you watch it, and I look forward to seeing your comments, and to keep on working with all of you. So anyway, till next time, goodbye for now.